Well, hey everyone, Rhino here, and some of you may be wondering, what the heck are those video game treasure chests that I sometimes open on my channel? Well, these boxes are sent to me as a part of a subscription service known as Retro Game Treasure, and I'd like to take a few minutes to explain exactly what that is. Now, I want to make it clear, Retro Game Treasure does not sponsor me, and they are not paying me to make this video. I just really like this service, and I want to support them. I've been getting monthly boxes from them for over 8 years now, and my video game collection wouldn't be nearly as large as it is right now without the games I've gotten from them over the years. First, let's talk about what a Retro Game Treasure subscription is not. It is not a way for you to get a complete in-box Earthbound cart, or a not-for-resale Majora's Mask, or Cubivore for GameCube. They are a way for you to get 3 to 5 relatively average-priced curated video games sent to your home each month. Now, I've received nearly 100 boxes over the years from this service, so I can safely tell you that if you get a box, you'll receive 3 to 5 retro video games that you don't already own, that are tested and cleaned to the best of their ability, that are based on the preferences that you've provided them, and that are valued somewhere between $5 to $20 each. And the price for this service is about $40 per month based on shipping costs. Now, will all of your boxes have games in them that match or exceed $40 in value? No. Will they sometimes? Yeah. I've had games in some boxes that were worth more than $30 and boxes that were worth more than $50 or $60 whole. But you know, that's kind of not the point of this service. Not everyone can go to garage sales and thrift stores and find games. And some people are in retro game deserts where there's not a game store for miles around. Also, some people are lazy. Retro Game Treasure does the work of curating, testing, and sending you the games that you want. They're ready to play right out of the box or put right up on your shelf. And you don't really have to put in any effort on your part. So how does it work? Well, after you register on the website, which is linked down in the description below, you'll choose your subscription term and upload your payment information and shipping details. After that, you'll be directed to their preferences dashboard, where you get the chance to do a couple of very important things. Remember, Retro Game Treasure curates the games that they send you, so that you will only get the kinds of games you want on the consoles that you own. So on their preferences dashboard, you can select the genres of games you want, the types of themes you are into, and the consoles that you want games for. After you select and save your preferences, the next part is my favorite. You head over to the Add Inventory section and let Retro Game Treasure know what games you already own. Now, this may take a while if you have a substantial collection, and I highly recommend doing this part on a computer rather than on a phone. You will also want to make sure that you stay up to date with your inventory if you go out and buy any new games out in the wild. Doing this will guarantee that you don't receive a copy of a game that you already own. And what's more, once you receive a box, Retro Game Treasure will automatically update your database to add those games to your inventory so you don't have to do it yourself. And that's it. You're all set. You should receive an email in the middle of the month telling you that your box is shipped, and you'll get it within 7 to 10 days. But Rhino, I hear you say, what's the catch? Well, like I said, they're not paying me, so I will warn you about 1 or 2 things you might not like. It has been pretty common for me to get another version of a game that I already own, or might have received from Retro Game Treasure. An example of this might be getting Home Alone 2 for the NES, and then a couple weeks later, getting Home Alone 2 for the Super Nintendo. I've also received NFL Blitz for the Nintendo 64, and I've gotten a copy of NFL Blitz for Game Boy Color. However, I do have a pretty big game collection, and this could be them sending me games for different systems each month, so I'm not always getting Nintendo 64 games or NES games. I've also received a handful of games that might not be considered collector quality. They've got partially torn labels or rental stickers, things like that. Now, they play perfectly fine, but if you're buying these games to put them on display, you might be disappointed. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. So are there any other cool things about this service? Well, they do sometimes throw bonuses into the boxes. Over the years, I've received music CDs, retro stickers, NES coasters, and one time they even sent me a Super Nintendo mouse in a separate package that was sent along with my box, and in the box was a copy of Mario Paint. That was a pretty cool day. A few times they've sent me games that were still in their original boxes, and a couple of times I even got games that were still sealed. They also sent me this t-shirt for being such a long-time subscriber. Sometimes on their Facebook page, they'll offer boss chest raffles or giveaways where they give away like a in-box Super Nintendo console or something like that to their subscribers. And they do have a shop on their website where they sell Retron consoles along with things like dust covers, cleaning supplies, and other bits and pieces that you might need, as well as retro consoles if they happen to get their hands on them. Overall, I can't recommend this service enough. It's great for gamers who are trying to grow their collections, but it's also good for people who are just trying to get a handful of retro video games without having to go to flea markets or yard sales. If you're interested in trying out Retro Game Treasure, I have a link for it down in the description, and I hope that you check it out.